of the second semi-final, and it's going to be between two Protoss players. There's a lot of Protoss in this tournament tonight. There's only one Terran, and so no, there were two Terrans to start off with, but they've all been eliminated now, unfortunately. Anyway, spawning up in the top position, we have got the blue Protoss player representing Alien Invasion. It is Patience. And his opponent down to the bottom right representing Team PK. It is GunGFuBanda as the orange Protoss. So who did these two go through to get here? Patience went through Senin, GunGFu went through Hanfi. Arguably, the other semi-final was a lot more rough. That was first versus Hyun. Hyun, of course, is one of the top players, a former WCS America winner, former DreamHack winner. Lots of Premier tournaments under his belt, many Korean tournaments under his belt as well. He's just overall solid. So, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. The finals, I don't believe, have yet been decided, although I know they were in game number 3. I don't know who won that. It was tied 1-1 between First and Hyun. But that's not the game we're in. We're in a PvP, and both players are grabbing down gateways, believe it or not. Looks like they're both going for relatively normal openings. Nothing too crazy there. Otherwise, 1 gas, 2 gas is coming down a lot quicker for GunGFu compared to that of Patience. Patience instead sneaking out a little bit more mineral income, grabbing his 2 gases now. Minor differences. Little changes that actually can end up making quite a nice difference. If you do start managing to edge out small leads in terms of a mirror matchup, that can be just monumental, I think is the best way to describe that, because those little leads quickly add up into become quite a massive lead actually. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. 6 gases or 6 probes in gas immediately for both, although as you can see GunGFu's got around a 40 gas advantage at the moment, which is, it's only small, to be honest with you. It is only a little advantage there, but if he does rush up into, say, a Stargate, which he could from that position and still be pretty close, it wouldn't be too bad. Waiting to see what these two are going to do in terms of tech. Both are scouting at the moment. Most likely, Mothership Cores will jump out first, just to force away the scouting probe before any tech's taken. GunGFu actually going for the Stalker as well, whereas Patience saving that money. What is he saving it for? Waiting at the moment. He's going to add in a Zealot. Interesting. That's quite telling as well. He may cancel the Zealot. He may just be using that to have something being made from that gateway. Just to make his opponent think that he's spending the gas rather than saving. And yeah, right on cue. Cancels it. Starts up the Stalker instead. So that's all good. Just a little bit of a mind game coming down from Patience there. GunGFu on the other hand, he's adding in his Twilight counters, so it's probably going to be blink on blink. In terms of an advantage, it's about 8 seconds ahead for Patience. 8 seconds isn't much, but again, it's these little tiny edges. The fact that he's 2 probes up at the moment. It's just minor differences, which over the course of a game certainly can start influencing the result quite massively. So Patience at the moment having a bit of fun with a pylon. Going to have to back away with this Mothership Core. The Stalker's not a fan of having pylon shot at. Dark Shrine actually coming down, so it's not blink on blink. Patience is going to go for Dark Templar. If we don't see a robotics facility quickly from GunGFu, he's going to run into problems, but he's not going to run into problems because boom, down it comes. Just needs to get that observer out now and he should be a-okay. Mothership Core for Patience is actually pretty low. This Stalker looking to get the intercept. It may very well do this. Couple of shots coming through. It's recalling itself. Just 1 HP. 1. That was close. Really close. Lucky Mothership Core. Okay, Patience has dropped down a pylon. GunGFu can't see that pylon at the moment. I don't know if he was aware of it as it came down. We'll wait and see if he... Depends which way the probe came from and whether he'll actually come and check for it. But the pylon is now finished. The Dark Shrine about to be done as well. This is going to hit ridiculously early. DTs, any second. 3, 2, 1, bing. DTs walking in. Can't be seen. Just the shimmer. Can you see the shimmer? GunGFu blocking off this ramp. He sees the shimmering. The observer frantically trying to get made. Force field coming down. I've pretty much shut this out from doing really anything. These DTs just going to escape with their lives. They definitely die there. They don't want any of that noise. It's running back home. So, nothing gained. In resources, nothing lost. Although there's 2 Dark Templar and tech, which isn't too useful. Immortals now coming on through. The advantage here is, of course, with those DTs there, if you take an Observer with you, you have got a massive advantage when it comes to blink. If you get the Immortal advantage as well, actually you're just happy. Really, really happy. But wait to see if GunGFu does try to take advantage of that advantage. That made no sense. It actually made tons of sense, it just sounded weird. Patience now, adding in a Forge. He's also trying to get his blink down. He's behind in terms of his natural base timing by a fair amount, actually. But he's still up in the work account. He's been consistently producing probes. GunGFu should be able to catch up, considering he's producing 2 at a time. But, hey, everything's fine at the moment. Otherwise, what else have we got going down? Forge being added in now, so that's quite a bit behind that of Patience's. So Patience will be able to get a slight upgrade lead, as long as all the chrono boosting and timings are the same from this point forward. Also got GunGFu actually going for the Warp Prism. That's quite neat. Let's see how much effect that actually has on this game. Patience is grabbing 2 additional gas a little bit sooner, actually, than that of his opponent. GunGFu hasn't taken any more gases yet. And the reason we're seeing those gases is because Patience wants to go up into a Colossus timing. What could be hard is not dying before then, because I suspect once this Warp Prism is done, we may see a little bit of moving out. There's already... Oh, no, it's going to be Immortal drops. Double Immortal loaded up. Of course, Blink nearly finished now. For Patience. He was a bit behind in it. Doesn't see that Warp Prism with the DT. That is a very expensive vision provider, a DT. But it's doing its job the best it can. Failed at it a little bit. Dark Templar is now moving back. Okay, Warp Prism should have been seen there. A couple of sentries warped in. Mothership Core will need to photon overcharge. Meanwhile, Patience just casually strolling up here, picking off a couple of probes. Immortals come in, both sides, taking a few losses, but nothing too extravagant. Note the Mothership Core doesn't have enough energy to photon overcharge here. That could be a problem. Go for it. Just do it. What are you even targeting? Kill some probes. 2-shot those probes. 2-shot them. Do it, Immortals. Do it. Yeah, there you go, Immortals. What bosses. 6 workers killed by GunGFu. Picks him up, runs away. That's how you do it. Both sides now grabbing down Colossi. Small little advantage for Patience. About 40 seconds. He's also actually lost his lead in terms of the upgrades, to be honest. He must miss some chrono boosts. Only a couple of seconds ahead, which is negligible at best. The 2 Immortals, though, still chilling around here. Ready to get some more damage down if they ever can. Otherwise, those DTs still alive. What are they doing? Yeah, they're just chilling here. Doing DT things, which is just... I imagine DTs are sort of like the characters who just sit there moodily in the corner. We all like don't want to get involved with anyone. I imagine that a Dark Templar could be the protagonist of like a teen vampire fiction novel or something. Just the way they're slightly scary, just standing in a corner, being a bit like, ooh, look at us, we're so scary. Don't ever actually really do anything. Double Immortal drop, actually picking up a fair few Stalkers here, 2 of them going down there. Patience not going to be too happy about that. He also realizes that his Stalkers are a little bit trapped. A Colossus is having a slight party. Takes a small amount of damage. GunGFu is going to get forced away though. Well, actually, he won't. He's going for this. Patience in a bit of trouble here. Army supplies are matched. Second Colossus coming in now. That will be actually quite an important moment. Once you get that second Colossus into the battle, Defender's advantage is going to be helpful. Army supplies Patience down a bit now. He's trying to trap one of these Immortals. He's going to get it. Should do anyway. Blinks forward for it. Doesn't get it. Instead, unfortunately, he gets caught himself, but that's a very damaged Immortal. Won't last much longer. Still though, when Hardened Shields get back up, take a few shots before it dies. Get a couple of volleys out. Third base from GunGFu is 2/3 done. Of course, once that's finished up, it's going to be a decent amount of damage that can be coming on down. Sorry, a decent amount of income that can be coming on down. I'm really tired. Wow. Anyway, still just keeping checks on where these 2 are going to go. We've got Patience just waddling about with one of his DTs. Photon Cannon. There are 2 coming down. 1 should finish up. But still, the Photon Cannon forced to cancel. The DT at least doing something. The other DT died. Silly DT. Don't die. Both sides now adding in the Templar Archives. Going to be just looking to really ramp up the Archon counts, as they both go into some more late game compositions. Both are 3 Colossus. This is really quite balanced. The biggest difference is this third base. So while this is up and Patience doesn't have one of his own, he is falling behind in the income. The other trouble for Patience is, to be honest, I don't think you can actually punish this. There's always the option that you just all in and just try and kill your opponent because they've invested in an additional base. But the reason that could end up being quite hard is because actually GunGFu's ahead in the army supply, and more importantly the Colossus count is equal. So a couple of these Stalkers just trying to chip away at a few Zealots there. Didn't really manage to get any though, so just have to back on out. Otherwise, Colossi just wandering forward, trying to find any which way they can go. GunGFu not taking a third. He's going to have to engage. He needs to get such a beautiful engagement position. And I know it sounds pessimistic, but he's down by 3 Immortals. Going for the trade here. Thinks he's in a good position. Can he make it work? The Colossus count is equal. A couple of Stalkers coming from the back just get vaporized. Patience still has his Colossi up, and he does have the Archon, so he's actually doing quite a nice job here. If he can take out the Colossi of GunGFu, GunGFu is in a massive amount of problems, and down some of them start going. Both sides lose a Colossus. One perilously close to death, though. Patience having to back away, and now his front... Now his army at the front's gone down. This is going to be just so hard for him. He's got a nice pylon position. But with a third base up, the money's just there for GunGFu. He just needs a couple of warp-in waves. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have any more gateways. So he can't outproduce apart from production cycle. So he's still going to have to wait for that. Overall, though, in army supply, Patience just taking a lead now. He's got to take out that third base, and he knows it. That really is his only option. If this goes down, he's still in this game. But of course, GunGFu going to be coming across. He's got another Colossus here, actually, in this army, so that'll help. I don't think the 4th one for Patience is coming across yet. There's actually a 5th out as well for GunGFu. That's going to be joining this army soon. That's a lot of damage coming out. Both sides have +2 attack. The Archon count now swinging in GunGFu's favor. There's the GG. GunGFu holds the third, holds the game, and is now 1-0 up against Patience.